Yeah, because you took the picture.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is set for one fall and a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first in the corner to my right, fighting out of Upton, Maryland, with an official weight of 130 pounds, he is the Taylor-made man, Tim Taylor. And an opponent to my left, fighting out of Valor, California, with an official weight of 265 pounds, he is the Beast of Bel Air. This is Stephon Pennington.
And here we are with the opening contest to our last go around here at the, I guess now old dojo. By the time you listen to this, it will be considered the old dojo. It's Emil J here alongside with Khaleef here. We're going to call the action here for Dojo Wars 146. We're starting it off here with newcomer Tim Taylor against the very hated Stephon Pennington here tonight.
I don't recall hearing a reaction like that from the CZW arena, quite like we're getting for Pennington here tonight. These people definitely letting them know how they feel.
Yeah, they're not afraid to let him know about it.
And Stephan's had a lot of success over these past few weeks. Last week knocking off Tomahawk. What does Tim Taylor have to do to take out Stephon tonight?
Well, you know, he's got a real big disadvantage here. Number one, he's coming in here like it's an away game pretty much. This is brand new territory for him. And not only that, but he's very much outsized here. He's got to use his speed to his advantage. He's outweighed by about 130 pounds. It's like double the size, Stephon Pennington. So it's going to be a hard test for him here. But as you can see here, he's putting the holds on Pennington, and I'm interested to see what he can do with the big guy.
Yeah, this is kind of surprising given what you were saying earlier about the speed. And you see he tried to pick it up there. Stephon Pennington with a strong shoulder. He needs to pick the speed up, but I was surprised that he was going for the more of a strategic wrestling strategy.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Taylor does come in here with previous wrestling experience. Can certainly get it done on the mat. Oh, ducks out of the way, the wild swing, and an arm drag. Uses the momentum created by Stephon Pennington himself to take him over. Big drop kick, doesn't knock him down. Tries for a hip toss, I'm not so sure that was the wisest move. Oh, reversal, and he got caught. Tim Taylor caught him in a guillotine choke here. I wasn't expecting to see that.
Now this will be advantageous because now Stephon Pennington's weight as well as Tim's weight is now working against him. Great way to tire the man out, get him on the ground, put him to sleep basically.
Oh, wow, look at the reversal here. Able to break out of the grip and put him up into a delayed vertical suplex and slams him down hard.
Tremendous strength by Stephon Pennington.
I mean, we've seen that from him week in and week out. A very impressive young professional wrestler with a bit of a negative attitude, if you ask me. But he can certainly get it done here. And he's got a lot of facets to his game. He can strike hard. He can throw you around.
And don't be surprised by his size. The guy can fly around that ring like nobody's business.
Yeah, he's got some quicks, but see, it's a thing like this. He chooses to break the rules when he doesn't have to. And, you know.
A little bit of baptism by fire for Tim Taylor.
Pennington has him in the corner. Buries a shoulder into the exposed midsection. You notice how he made sure the arms were behind that top rope so he could drive as hard as he possibly can.
And he tried to make Taylor a part of the ring, basically.
Hard European lifter in the corner, and Tim Taylor goes down in a heap. The Taylor-made man not faring too well at this juncture in the contest.
Tim Taylor's going to have to regroup, rethink his strategy here. The slow pace wasn't working. He may need to pick this speed up tremendously.
Notice how Pennington is using those closed fists into the midsection, now driving the point of the elbow down across the back, going to the choke again. Notice very close to this boy servant of sorts on the outside, and he's not doing anything again. Pennington keeps, week after week, he tries to give him openings to get involved, and he's very conflicted. He doesn't want to do so.
It looks like he's letting his conscience be his guide. Pennington is definitely trying to influence the young man to interfere in the match.
And Pennington losing focus. Oh, wait a second, here comes Tim Taylor from behind, schoolboy.
Yeah, Pennington got lucky there. Pennington got really lucky. That was just a second away from 3.
He got out of the way very quickly out of the corner. Oh, and now shoulders to the back, and look at the speed that he was using those shoulder thrusts. Before it was a lot more methodical. Now he's a bit more aggravated. He's pouring it on a bit more.
Well, Pennington definitely showing some serious aggression here. It's like the longer that the match goes, the stronger Pennington gets almost.
It's scary. Delay on that backdrop suplex. He made Tim Taylor think about every point of impact there.
He's going to do a little bit of trash talking before covering a count, 2 count.
And that was a nice kick out from Tim Taylor. I mean, he shot that right shoulder up there.
Well, Tim's probably got a lot of juice. He's just got to get the ball rolling in that ring. He's got to pick the speed up and get Pennington on his heels.
Pennington stopping any chances of that happening. Look at that, just grinding his knee on the back of the head, rubbing his face into the canvas. Well, I don't think that's... Pennington losing focus, choosing to talk to me instead of paying attention to Tim Taylor. Wild swing and a miss, and Taylor comes charging in with an elbow.
If there is an Achilles heel to Pennington, it's definitely the amount of time that he spends talking trash and reacting to the crowd, and reacting to his opponent. He needs to stay focused. Now this is giving Taylor-made an opportunity. Yeah,
and he's doing a good job of cutting the man down, knocking Pennington to his rear end, and this is the, big kick, and he's stacked up. Deep cover here by Tim Taylor, 2 count only. Wow. He almost came away with with what would have to be considered an upset here. I mean, Pennington started out his career here in Dojo Wars by walking out on matches. Started out with a 0 in, I don't know, I think it got up to 8 or 9. But once he turned it around and stopped doing that, he's been winning matches left and right. And he just cold-cocked Tim Taylor. He might be knocked out.
Well, the ref's going to check on Tim Taylor. To your point, Pennington has been on a tremendous winning streak over these past few weeks, and you just see the consistency night in and night out. He grinds.
Sends him in over the top. Rolling soul button knocks Pennington into the corner. We have a tornado DDT. No, we don't. He got caught. Suplex into the corner. Goes to Pennington.
Right on the head of Tim Taylor. Tim may be out of it. The ref's going to check on him now. Tim may be out.
Pennington drags him out of the corner. This one could be academic here. Khaleef, no. Tim Taylor kicking out, but you could see that kick out. He didn't shoot that shoulder up like he did before. He's definitely hurting.
You could even see he just dragged his lifeless body to the middle of the ring. I'm surprised that Taylor has anything left after that.
Right. Instinct at that point. It's
all
gotta
instinct.
be.
Oh, yeah, muscle memory. And now you see it again. He's paying attention to the crowd instead of staying on his opponent, giving Taylor an opportunity to get to at least a knee.
Pennington lifts him up. Brings him into the corner. What are we going to see out of Pennington here? Could we be looking at avalanche belly to belly? Tim Taylor saving himself here. Big headbutt. Pushes him down with both feet. Tim Taylor, he's poised, ready to fly here, Khaleef.
Taylor is dangerous on that third rope.
Look at that, a frog elbow drop.
You don't
Great
see
height.
that every day. Pennington kicks out at the last second.
You got to think if maybe perhaps Tim Taylor put about maybe 15 to 20 pounds of mass on, that would be a much more devastating elbow drop. He could
be celebrating a victory at this moment if he had more weight.
That's it. Now looking for a neck breaker. No, he breaks free of the grip. Does Pennington pop up into the power slam. And Pennington hooks both legs, and that's the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, time of the match, 9 minutes, 16 seconds for the winner by pinfall, Stephon Pennington.
In the end, it was that pop-up power slam that was just too much for Tim Taylor. Taylor, who kicked out of so many tremendous moves by Pennington.
Yeah, I mean, he showed a lot of great desire, did Tim Taylor, but at the end, that pop-up power slam, notice how high he was able to pop the man up, that size differential coming into play, and Stephon Pennington ending this match with the same reaction that he got when he came out here.
And you got to think that we'll see great things from Tim Taylor in the future. Tonight was not his night, but he definitely showed some promise.
For those that don't know, last time I was here, I had my first chance to medal. And I was so wrapped up, I wanted to win so bad, and I kind of, sort of, cheated really badly, really badly, and I still didn't win. And I've been here a bunch of times, I've trained hard, I've done everything I could think of, and I haven't won. I haven't won one time that I've been here. I just keep, and I don't know why. I don't. So to try and figure out, I've been really depressed, and I hired myself a life coach. So if everyone could please welcome my life coach, the Big Don.
Oh! You got this. You definitely got this. Come on, you got this. We can do it. I'm going him too. We do that. Go ahead and you got it. Come on. Keep yourself up. Turning your bulldogs into big dogs. Come on. I agree. See you now. Get out of here. All the faces. Get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest for one fall, 28 minutes on. Introducing first to my left, he is accompanied by
world is going on here?
Uncle Mitch is fired up in a way I've never seen him before. Have you ever seen this intensity out of Uncle Mitch?
I mean, he was slamming his own head into the buckle, smacking himself in the head, getting himself all kinds of psyched up. And Bryce Donovan came here to the venue tonight. He had Big Don with him. I didn't really know what the affiliation there was, and apparently it's a life coach.
Well, you hear Big Don on the outside yelling encouraging words to Donovan. He was telling him earlier, not a lot of showboating here. Just get in there, knock yourself out.
And Uncle Mitch just high facing him in the corner.
I think Mitch might be his own life coach.
This is the loudest match I've ever heard.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
These guys are...
He's going to pass out if he keeps yelling like this.
I mean, he might. I mean, he could just blow himself up from yelling.
So is this going to be a test of strength now from Uncle Mitch?
I mean, Bryce Donovan, he's not a small guy.
That's why I'm a little surprised.
He's getting pumped up, it looks like. And they lock hands here.
No clear winner yet.
Oh, into the cording hold, takes him down. Into the pinning combination.
Impressive athleticism from Bryce Donovan. I don't think Mitch was ready for that. I don't think he was prepared.
Mitch definitely wasn't ready for that turnbuckle that he landed on.
Well, he's
solar plexus first and reversal. Donovan goes over the top, goes to the ropes, and a head scissors from Bryce Donovan.
well,
And a drop kick. A body slam. Beautiful. And Donovan drops the elbow.
And thus far, it looks like Big Don is paying off for Bryce Donovan.
Yeah, it seems like he's offered the right words of encouragement here. He's got Bryce Donovan fired up. Oh, hard into the corner there. Talk about hard. He knocked him down with that double hand chop.
Right into the chest of Bryce Donovan.
Uncle Mitch all over him.
Notice how more effective Uncle Mitch is once he stopped yelling and really got his head into the match.
Full body slam out of Uncle Mitch. On top for the cover. Referee saying only a 1 count. He's got out of there before the 2.
Yeah, I might have spoken too soon. Crowd with some unsavory words.
Now he's really clamping on that chin lock here. And Bryce Donovan reaching out here. Big Don banging on the mat. Trying to get some life into his man there.
Bryce Donovan, he's a pretty tall guy. He could get to the rope if he's unable to get to his feet, but it looks like he's up.
There we go. Starting to work for him, but I think he had a handful of hair there. At least as much as he could pull. I mean, Bryce Donovan doesn't have a lot of it, but he has certainly enough for Uncle Mitch to get his fingers on and yank down.
Yeah, he definitely got away with one there. Bryce Donovan right in the face now of Big Don.
Head first into the buckle. A couple of times.
So Bryce Donovan he alluded to the fact that the last time that he was here, he had to resort to some unsavory tactics. Is that fair to say? So we got
Uncle Mitch again getting on Big Don's case. setting him up for something here. Bryce Donovan putting the brakes on. Ducks out of the clothesline. Nice clothesline from Donovan here.
Mitch kicks out with some power.
Yeah, it looked like Bryce Donovan didn't have the pinning predicament that he really wanted to get on him. And Uncle Mitch was able to power his way out of it relatively easily.
Now, Bryce Donovan was talking about the fact that he had resorted to cheating the last time he was here in the dojo.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly did. Oh, solid right hand. Uncle Mitch swings. Donovan ducks. Oh, and Mitch, I think he bit the hand.
Yeah.
Inverted atomic drop and a headbutt. Donovan goes down like a ton of bricks. But he's still able to kick out. I think Uncle Mitch taking a little bit too much time before going for the cover.
Mitch is insane. I don't think I've ever seen Uncle Mitch quite this angry.
Yeah, he might have skipped a dosage for a couple of weeks. I'm charging in. First time he met the elbow. The second time the bottom of the boot of Bryce Donovan. And Donovan going into another corner, looking to get out of harm's way here. Uncle Mitch can't seem to land anything. Oh, and a clothesline from Donovan. Trying to take the head off.
Really capitalizing on the fact that Mitch basically went into sent himself into the turnbuckle 3 times.
Another swing and a miss. Donovan swinging. A wild swing by Uncle Mitch. Diving back elbow. And Bryce Donovan finally feeling it, I think. There we go. Look at how well Big Don hypes up his man. I can see why Donovan hired him. Ooh, a leaping flatliner of sorts.
Well, you see how he's completely turned this match around. It started off really slowly for Bryce Donovan.
I mean, he's looking for his first win here at Dojo Wars, and he almost had it.
Big Don hopefully will start to pay off for this for
wait a second,
Bryce
he's
Donovan.
got
Wait a
a
minute.
hold of him.
You can't attack a life coach like that. Big Don is down. Referee's going to check on him. Oh, the ref did not see that. The ref checking on Big Don on the outside.
Oh, and drives him face first into the mat.
Ref misses all of that.
And Uncle Mitch picks up the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, time of the match, 8 minutes, 12 seconds for the win by pinfall. Uncle Mitch.
Uncle Mitch calling out Big Scare.
They already left?
And with the point, to the leg left, fighting out of Atlantic City, New Jersey, with an official weight of 185 pounds. This is Josh Adams.
Well, Josh Adams, just a few days before he will meet Tahir James at Super Show, faces off against a very formidable component in John Rockhold.
And John Rockhold tried to sneak a quick right hand.
Rockhold is very dangerous and should not be taken lightly before this big challenge on Friday.
Absolutely. I mean, John Rockhold, he's a rough and tumble competitor. You see how tight this collar and elbow lockup is here. They're grinding looks like they're grinding their foreheads against each other side by side here. And they're just jockeying for a position here. Stalemate of sorts.
No clear winner in that one.
And John Rockhold looks like he's already been out of shape. I mean, well, he came out of that door all guns a-blazing and all. That's a funny thing to say on a Dojo Wars show, guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing.
Wow. That's talk about a callback. Neither of these two guys were part of Guns a-Blazing, I believe, a couple years ago. Wow. This is, of course, the last Wednesday that we'll be here. We'll be moving next week, and there's a lot of memories created in this place. And of course, it's easy to think about something like that when a man like Josh Adams is in the ring. I mean, nobody else has competed in as many matches at Dojo Wars in this building as he has. I mean, they go hand in hand.
And it goes into this Friday, this match, this respect match. Tahir James not extending his hand to shake the hand of Josh Adams. That's the whole purpose of this match on Friday. It's about respect. It's about when I extend my hand, you got to shake my hand back.
Absolutely.
And I think that Tahir is going to, he's going to learn a little bit about the experience of a guy like Josh Adams.
He's going to get an education on Friday, that's for sure. But, let's not count Tahir James out. He's a great young competitor. He's going to bring the fight to him as well. It's not going to be a walk in the park for either guy.
Absolutely not. I mean, the two have faced each other a number of times. We're pretty much at a stalemate in the back and forth with the two.
Double leg takedown from Josh Adams here, and these guys, we're not seeing any fancy moves and pretty holds, and we're seeing a struggle here. We're seeing guys trying to wrestle and get an advantage over another. And really grind it out on the mat, it seems like.
We talked about the sort of unorthodox style of Rockhold last week. He's a guy that just gets it done no matter how. I mean, he'll out-wrestle you if he needs to. He'll out-power you if he needs to. He's very well-rounded.
And he'll do the dirty work if he needs to as well.
Well, I think we've seen that.
He won't be shy about about talking about it either. And Rockhold wound up with a Fujiwara armbar here. Well, no, now changes up the grip a bit. Now it's just your standard arm bar here.
Well, Rockhold
he's going for the flag grab. And Rockhold makes his way to the ropes here. And that flag grab has brought Josh Adams so many victories here in this building. It's like he's trying to add one more to his list.
Well, Rockhold he knew he was going for a very smart move to get to the ropes quickly.
Right.
Break that hold. Don't let him get it in there. Don't let him take you down and maybe possibly injure your leg and put you out of the rest of this match.
Looking for an armbar, not able to get it, and now Josh changing the position. Rockhold gets his way out. Nice escape there. Oh, he's got him in a gut wrench.
There you see the power of John Rockhold. Josh Adams is no small man to be picked up so easily.
Look at the way he's got this form of a bear hug on. You never see it applied in this way, but he's got him doubled over. It's hard for him to draw in breath. He's squeezing him from an odd angle. Picks the leg, does Josh Adams, and now goes over top.
Josh Adams now trying to land those lefts and rights. Gonna go.
He's got him down on the mat here. I'm trying to see what exactly the grip is here.
For a second there, it looked like Rockhold, if he's not careful, his shoulders will go down and the ref will count him down.
It's like he's got a rear chin lock with the arm controlled in there as well. But that allowed Rockhold to scoot his arm over and get out of that situation.
This guy's very close in this match. Not a lot of distance. Very mat-based, grounded match here.
And I wonder if this is the kind of match that Josh is going to attempt to bring to Tahir James, if he's going to try to wrestle him down on the mat and stretch him out a bit, or if he's just going to try to beat the respect into him.
Well, Josh and Tahir have met each other so many times. I'm interested to see what sort of match we get on Friday also. These guys know each other so well. Now he's biting the hand of Josh Adams.
I realize, I believe Uncle Mitch did the same thing. I wonder what goes on in that, in the BOSD, the biting hands all over the place. Takes him down to the mat. Thought he might have been trying flat crab again, but no, he's looking for tying the arm up. He gave up whatever he had on the legs. He didn't have it well enough. He knew enough to let that go. Don't bother trying to figure it out. Just try something else. Sometimes you have to do that.
Sometimes you got to do what you have to do.
And now look at this. Trying to go for like an Oklahoma roll?
Rockhold's
No, he's going back the other
heavy.
direction into a
Going
cradle.
for a penny combination. An Angry Dad comes up with the left leg of Josh Adams.
Went for the toe and ankle, and then he DDT'd the foot into the floor, jamming the knee up.
Well, what Josh doesn't want to do is get that leg softened up. Given his match on Friday, you do not want to go in there against Tahir James injured in any way.
Even though drop kick to the leg, even though Tahir James is not here tonight, he does have some people in the locker room that he speaks with, namely Frankie Pickard, off and on tag team partners they've been over the past little bit. I'm sure Frankie would give him the 4-1-1 if need be.
He's wrenching back on that chin. But John Rockhold is really solid, man. He's a very solid in-ring competitor. And as you said, he's not afraid to bend the rules. How does he get an advantage and come up with a victory against Josh Adams?
Oh, I think like that. I think you just hammer him in the chest till he gives up. Oh, man. It's almost like I gave him an idea. Josh getting a little fired up here.
Yeah, it looks like he just angered Josh Adams with those strikes to the chest.
A series of strikes to the midsection and knocks him down with the forearm. And Rockhold rolls to the outside.
Yeah, Rockhold's going to regroup on the outside, get himself some air, but he better be careful. It looks like Josh Adams is setting up for something.
Oh, tried for the baseball slide, uncharacteristic of Josh Adams, but Rockhold was able to catch him in the apron and ram him back first into the apron. Remember, that's what Tahir James initially did to Josh Adams some months ago before the very first Super Show, injuring him, not allowing him to compete in that matchup, and now here he is just a couple of nights before he has to face Tahir James, having the same thing happen to him again.
Josh Adams being wrapped up in that apron, unable to come up with any sort of an offense. Saw the break of the count there by John Rockhold, now slinging Josh Adams into the ring. And I think you're right. I think this is sort of what he does to get himself an advantage on Josh Adams.
He's got to use those roughhouse tactics. He's got to throw those hands as best as he can. Oh, man. Just
driving that shoulder into the midsection of Josh Adams.
And he is really ramming that shoulder in there. Josh Adams giving it back to him.
Really putting his whole body into those shoulder rams.
And these guys, they're just trading them back and forth. I mean,
chop to
not
the
the cleanest
chest.
break of all time. Another overhead forearm. And Josh Adams getting himself hyped up. But walked right into that kick.
I don't know if it was a good move to slam his head to the turnbuckle on the way over there.
Nice gut wrench suplex that time out of John Rockhold, and Josh Adams kicks out.
Get him driving those knees into the back of Adams. Would you look at the look on John Rockhold's face right now? That's a man, he's very angry right now.
Yeah, and he's focused at the same time, too. You see how he's just putting all his weight onto the back of Josh Adams.
And it's more strain on that knee of Adams.
Now they're putting a lot of strain on that lower back as well. How he had the legs contorted and pulling up on it. Winds up with an ankle lock and knee first into the canvas there.
For a surfboard, there he is. It's more strain on that knee, more strain on that back area, really punishing the entire body of Josh Adams.
Oh, and he dropped him into a rear naked choke. Oh, this is bad for Josh Adams. This is a bad situation for him to be in just a couple of nights. A couple of nights before he wrestles Tahir James.
Yeah, you got to figure that the longer this goes and the more punishment Adams takes, the more of an advantage it gives James on Friday.
Just straight forearms on the ground there. Dropping the elbow. Now onto the other leg.
Right back onto the legs of Rockhold. Giving it as good as he can, but Rockhold catches him again with that rear choke.
Really wrenching away on that leg now. Finally pounds his way out of it.
What's this?
Looks like he's got him in a full Nelson.
Rockhold really taking Josh Adams to the limit here. Just a few nights before a super show.
Drops down, putting the brakes on the vertical suplex. Oh, and he suplexed him into the corner, and he came down really hard on his head.
And this will give Josh Adams an opportunity to kind of regroup here.
Adams up to his feet.
How is Rockhold even standing right now?
How's he getting out of the way? My goodness.
A little more in the corner there.
Goes over the top, jackknife pin. 2 count only.
On the battle of legs versus shoulders, it was legs.
Fighting over this suplex here. Rams him into the buckle. And a fall-away slam. Goes to John Rockhold.
More punishment on the back of Rockhold. Rockhold's got to be wondering now what he needs to do to put. Oh, what's this?
Taking the
What's
belt
this?
off.
And there goes some of that bending of the rules.
Oh, rams his shoulder into the post. Here comes Adams into a sunset flip, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, time of the match, 14 minutes, 48 seconds for the winner by pinfall, Josh Adams.
You get a look of disbelief on the face of John Rockhold.
This is the most legit part of your gear, and now it's mine. Hey, everybody, seriously, thank you. Every time you all come, thank you. Thank you. I'll see you all hopefully Friday. Thank you.
John Rockhold.
So thank you to all your mothers. They're just like those Game of Thrones ladies. Woo!
Alright, child support. Jaxon sold everybody! Are we cheering? Are we cheering? Are we cheering?
Right here, baby.
Zach did it first. No! He did it first. I'm just going. Wait, I'll see who's wrestling before I go see something. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest for one fall and 20-minute time limit. Introducing first in the quarterfinal, fighting out of Paradise City, California, with an official weight of 225 pounds. This is Jaxon Stone.
What's his name going?
And his opponent, to my right, fighting out of Budapest, Hungary, with an official weight of 110 kilograms. He is the only man to wield the sword of Attila and the Hungarian hero. This is Laszlo Arpad.
He's number 3.
A big matchup here between two big boys here in the dojo. Dojo Wars, where the big boys play, I guess, right now.
I think I may have heard that
A time or two before, quite possibly.
once or twice.
And Laszlo Arpad, of course, you know, he's looking forward to this Friday coming up. It'll be match number 6 in the best of 7 European rounds match. We're going to go to 6 5-minute rounds. First one to get to 2 falls will be the winner, or after, should the time go expire, you know, whoever's ahead in falls, maybe 1 zip, they will be determined the winner here. Ooh, big shot from Jaxon Stone. Jaxon Stone's a guy who has had very good performances here in Dojo Wars. Wow! But his win-loss percentage, not the greatest.
But he's come very close, especially over these past few weeks, to knocking some of these guys off. You got to think there's you got to figure out what's stopping him from just getting a little bit over the mountain. You see, he's very crisp in the ring.
Yeah, he sure is. I mean, a few weeks ago, he pulled off a victory over Steve Pena. So I mean, you know, it's not like he doesn't win. It's just he's got to find the right sequence of moves, quite possibly. I do know that Jaxon Stone will be going overseas for the next couple of months to a variety of different countries in Europe. So perhaps with the time that he's spending over there, gonna put something together, and I'm interested to see how he develops when he comes back to Dojo Wars in a couple of months. And you know, this is a good way to get started with that, with the international flavor here. The man Laszlo Arpad from Hungary.
Well, you see, he is not going to take it easy on Laszlo Arpad.
Lights, camera, roll.
Well, he didn't.
Laszlo Arpad did not want to hear any of that. He just smacked him right across the face.
Well, Laszlo Arpad, no nonsense, not giving Jaxon a time to finish his phrase there. European uppercut.
Sends him in, pillar to post. He got caught, trying to go up and over. Wow, look at this. Goes underneath again. Well, he had nowhere to go. He took that drop kick right to the chest.
That's the athleticism of Laszlo Arpad. Strong drop kick right to the chest.
Absolutely.
Stunning Jaxon Stone. Now he's going to start working on those arms and chest.
I think that was in return for the one earlier.
Good night.
Laszlo's going to go for it again here. Wow. Potentially sending a message to Dojo DEEJ.
You may have heard that overseas.
I think you might have. Sends him into the corner again. Jaxon Stone comes out, gets caught, sidewalk slam. Laszlo Arpad on top, lateral press. Didn't hook the leg.
No, and as a result, Jaxon Stone kicks out with a lot of power.
And he's holding on to that chest, this Jaxon Stone, holding on to his back, clutching at his chest. I mean, Laszlo Arpad's putting a beating on him. But you got to give it to Jaxon Stone. He's standing there and he's taking it and evading that Saito suplex, and he just threw him throat first into the rope and clothesline to the back. 2 count only. And that's the opening that Jaxon Stone needed to get on top in this contest. I mean, think about what it would do for Jaxon Stone to go into this tour, having defeated Laszlo Arpad, having that momentum on his side. I mean, momentum is so very important in professional wrestling, match to match. And, you know, he's going to want to go overseas with a little bit of a wind beneath his wings.
Well, without a doubt. And it's not like Jaxon Stone is at any loss for confidence. The guy is confident to the max.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering how long he's going to hold his pose.
I think he tries to break a record every week. Big double axe from the second rope on the inside. You can see Jaxon Stone, he's starting to get a little bit upset, starting to get a little bit frustrated.
Well, he's starting to wonder what he needs to do to put Asgard away.
Pulling at the nose, perhaps a finger or two inside the mouth, just yanking the face in every type of direction. And Laszlo's starting to come back. We've seen him use these elbows in the past. Popped him up into the strike, ripcord into the knee. Jaxon Stone is going to win this one. Nope, not yet.
Very impressive combination. You can see the frustration on the face of Jaxon Stone, wondering what he needs to do to put him away.
I mean, as soon as he nailed him with that knee after that ripcord motion, he caught him flush right on the button. I thought that was going to be it, but Laszlo Arpad, he's priming himself up. He can't afford a loss here.
Well, I think that Jaxon's going to have to stay on Laszlo. As you can see him now pummeling away with the rights to the face of Laszlo Arpad. Getting into the face of the referee here. If he's not careful, he will leave with a disqualification.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right.
Look at the disrespect.
Jaxon Stone going up to the second again. Laszlo caught him. Another big chop, and I think he dropped him on the knee. Manhattan drop style.
And these guys are just slugging it out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, it certainly has developed into a slugfest. Wow.
Jaxon with the upper hand.
Jaxon was able to absorb those forearms and come back with a strike of his own. Here he comes, fast by. Oh, he caught him with that thrust kick, and
the force behind that kick on Jaxon. Jaxon is dazed.
yeah, and so is Laszlo. I think he just realized how exhausted he was after he nailed that kick. And after you get hit in the head a few times, move around, it starts to get to you.
Well, he caught Jaxon right on his chin with that thrust kick.
Both men up. Ducks one, ducks both. And a series of left jabs from Laszlo.
And if,
Nice knee.
and if Stone wasn't dazed before, he is now.
Reversal over the top. Oh, European lifter by Arpad. Brings him back center ring. Brain buster from the man from Hungary. Oh, Jaxon Stone somehow, some way.
How close was that?
I mean, you got to think that was at least 2 3/4.
And the crowd.
Handful of hair here. Oh, he goes to the throat. Here comes Jaxon Stone. Bandera up and over.
Oh,
He got paintbrushed.
right in his face there.
Oh, look at that. Great
The athleticism into a, what you'd hope would be a penny combination, going for a.
Oh, look at this cover here. He had them all stacked up here. Came rolling. Implant DDT goes to Jaxon Stone, and no, not yet.
Jaxon Stone.
Wow.
Impressive back and forth between these two. I mean, you barely keep up with the action. These two are so quick.
I mean, the way Jaxon Stone was able to pull himself up into the ring from the apron, that was an incredible show of athleticism. And
That was the first of like a dozen back and forth between the two in less than 10 seconds. And Jaxon Stone is really wondering now.
Jaxon Stone, he's been out of shape here. Got him up on his shoulders. Oh, man.
Good night.
Saito suplex, and that's typically the setup for the Sword of Attila.
And you see he's removing that elbow pad.
He's calling out. Oh, the Sword of Attila flattens Jaxon Stone, and Laszlo Arpad gets the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, time of match, 10 minutes, 42 seconds for the winner by pinfall, Laszlo Arpad.
See you guys on Friday? Yeah.
Thank you.
doing, Maria?
It's Mike Dell. You still as bad as Nintendo. You should be able to say still as bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first to my right, fighting out of the Jersey Shore. She is an East Coast Barbie. This is Maria Manic. And her opponent to my left, with an official weight of 195 pounds, this is Mike Dell.
Nobody wants to see it. I'll tell you what they do want to see though. Let's give them something to really remember. Why don't you give the Delster a little kiss?
You won't do it. I bet you won't do it. Oh! In the face. Oh! Oh, she's had her hands up in your mouth. Pick your tongue up.
Yeah, Maria Manic didn't want to listen to any more of Mike Dell's trash talking.
I think Mike Dell might be regretting asking Maria for a kiss earlier.
Ooh. Big chops on the outside here. Mike Dell, look at this. On the apron. Dell ain't playing no games here tonight.
Well, Mike Dell knows he's in there with some stiff competition. Maria has defeated over the past couple of weeks by countout Frankie Pickard and, of course, Jaxon Stone.
She sure has. She's been on a roll recently, and she's going into a match on Friday with Jamie Senegal. Mike Dell, of course, he's going to do battle with Kid Osbourne. Regardless of whether or not Kid Osbourne has the Medal of Valor, the match has been signed. Come on, look at this, just smothering her. Mike Dell will wrestle Kid Osbourne. If Kid Osbourne is still the champion of Valor by the end of the night, it's going to be for that Medal of Valor. But if not, it's just going to be a one-fall affair. A lot of things can change within the next next hour or so as it pertains to the lineup on Friday. That's why I mentioned that I would be going over the full lineup a little bit later. I have to see how things shake out here tonight.
Well, this issue with Mike Dell and Kid Osbourne has become very personal over the past couple of weeks. Last week, Kid Christian being a victim, they're really getting caught in the middle of these two's feud.
Oh! Maria Manic tripped him up. Lands on the apron. Oh! Man, what a drop kick.
Mike Dell, he might be seeing stars for a minute there.
Well, yeah, you can see the way he was shaking his head out there. He's definitely seeing stars a little bit, and that forearm, it's not going to help matters. Spins her around. Ooh. Into the crossface. And I'll tell you, the way that Mike Dell transitions to get into that crossface is it's a remarkable way he's able to do that.
Very fluid in the ring is Mike Dell.
Wait a second. Oh, turned her inside out with that suplex, it seems like. Mike Dell saying she's a girl she can't kick out. I mean, Maria Manic, she's been stepping in there with a lot of tough men recently. And more than holding her own.
Absolutely. Well, Mike Dell's going to go to the top rope. Maria now on her feet. tried to catch him in midair.
And just hurled him, but
Maria's now down. Manic. Look, he's just toying with her now.
ooh.
Oh, pie face to Maria. Manic slap to the face of Mike Dell. Oh,
Wow.
Did you hear that?
Whoa! Oh, and Maria just lighting him up.
Mike Dell. Very disrespectful comments from Mike Dell on Maria Manic a second ago.
Mike Dell with a tornado kick right to the face.
And he looks like he's just thinking about his next move on Maria Manic. She's down, and he definitely feels the power of those slaps earlier.
Oh, yeah, she lit him up. Dell coming to the outside. What's this? What are you doing over here? What the hell is this all about here? Mike Dell grabbing Khaleef's chair. Wait a second, hold on. Kid Osbourne out here. Mike Dell has no idea. Kid grabbing that chair. Oh, Maria Manic rolled him up. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, time of the match, 5 minutes for the winner by pinfall, Maria Manic.
Can you hear me? We're good.
Yeah, are we
Oh,
okay?
man.
Are we set up? I mean, Mike Dell now has to go into Friday.
With a loss to Maria Manic.
And Mike Dell's beside himself here.
Well, you got the sense that he was just embarrassed and just looking for some sort of way to get retribution on Maria. Kid Osbourne foiling that plan. Frankie Pickard mocking Anthony Bennett with the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest for one fall, a 28-minute time limit. Introducing first to my left, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. and somehow participate in the Cruiserweight Classic with an official weight of at 220 pounds, let's face it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Frankie Pickard. And his opponent, true lightweight, fighting out of Long Island, New York, with an official weight of 225 pounds. He is the Prince of Queens, the Cup of Cups, the winner, Max Kessler.
Hold on, Wyatt, give the kiss. For good luck. Wyatt, play along. Go, play along. Kiss it. Maybe later.
Frankie Pickard with his best Anthony Bennett impersonation.
And of course, Frankie Pickard going into a matchup with Anthony Bennett this Friday, coming out here, making fun of Anthony Bennett.
Is he really going to wrestle this match with that on his head? Isn't that some sort of outside weapon or something like that?
I guess Trooper's going to let it fly. Remember, Trooper is under watchful eye. If I were him, I would make sure that nothing funny happens here.
I don't know. I think Anthony Bennett's moves may be a little bit different from what Frankie Pickard's doing in the ring right now. I think that might be a first in terms of chants here. I may be wrong. Have you guys had a touch his box chant?
I don't think so. We're still making first here. And again, Frankie Pickard choosing to mock Anthony Bennett. Shoulder blocking. Pickard kips up here.
Well, that box nearly covered his eyes for a second there. He's lucky he didn't walk into a kick.
Yeah, that could happen. This
Max Caster.
And now he can't see. There it is.
There's a drop kick.
It's like you had a crystal ball there, Khaleef.
He's walking around. What's going on? See,
Pickard making sure his box is right.
Yeah. Well, the show boxing, it definitely not helping him out here.
Now they're exchanging blows on the outside here. Caster rolls him in. Kicks the rope and knees Caster right in the side of the head.
Look at this, adjusting the box on his head. Frankie Pickard has lost it in his feud with Anthony Bennett, who he'll face on Friday in Dojo Wars.
Caster is reaching towards the referee, trying to get himself out of there. He was just reaching out for anything that was nearby. Pickard ramming his head into the buckle. Forearm across the back. Hard into the buckle.
Did you hear the impact?
Nearly felt it even all the way out here.
Caster's back into the turnbuckle.
And Caster kicks out at 2.
So he's really going to do this whole match with that on his head?
I guess so. Caster starting to turn it up on Pickard. But Pickard came back with a discus forearm. You can see Caster holding his mouth there. Cover there, 2 count only.
Well, Pickard can't look past Caster in this. I know he's got Bennett on Friday, but can't look past Caster in this competition here today.
And mugging for the camera.
Look, special mean streak tonight from Frankie Pickard. Got to think he's trying to send a message to Anthony Bennett, who's got to be somewhere watching this match.
Oh yeah, he's... And Pickard slowly making his way over to Caster, but Caster took advantage of the time that was given to him. Oh! But before he's able to press the advantage, Frankie Pickard comes back with a pump kick.
But Pickard, this is his pace. This is the speed that he likes. This is slow. This is methodical. He can really break Caster down. You see him right now taking his time before the DDT. Now popping up. More showboating for the crowd.
And he rolls backwards. Up on his shoulders and down to the mat.
Listen at the reaction. Oh, I think he lost his box. He's a 2.
Frankie making his way up to his feet. Here comes Caster. Knocks him down. Knocks him down again. Kick to the stomach, and that one to the side of the head. Neck breaker.
Again, he keeps losing his head.
Strong kick out of Frankie Pickard.
Can't take Caster lightly. Caster now bringing his intensity up. Pickard slowly making his way to his feet, trying to get to the corner. Caster's just toying with him now. He's toying with him. He's waiting for him to get to his feet and strong. Pickard blocks.
Able to get out of the ace crusher, the tweener cutter.
It's the most oddly.
Having some words for Anthony Bennett on the outside here. And, oh, he DDT'd him. And that DDT almost brought Caster the victory.
Screaming my hair. It's the most oddly colored toupee I've ever seen.
Most oddly textured as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's got to stop with the fun and games here because Max Caster's starting to come up with some great offense here.
You know, Pickard is definitely in danger here. And what's this? Caster's got to be careful not to get disqualified here.
We're going to
Wait
cage
a
him
minute.
up. Oh, he just...
And the ref didn't see it. The ref was down.
And Pickard gets the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to match 7 minutes, 58 seconds for the winner by pinfall, Frankie Pickard.
Pickard now continuing to mock Anthony Bennett. It will not be fun and games on Friday when he faces off with Bennett one-on-one at Super Show.
I'll see Anthony Friday.
Wait, if you're there, how are you
seeing Anthony this Friday. Call me, baby.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit will be contested under Casual Friday rules. No, please don't. I don't want to keep my pants on. I don't take my shoes off inside. That's weird. Introducing first, to my right, fighting out of the Oakwood Pond underground underneath the Marklands Little Acres, the team of Billy Danvers and barely legal Jimmy Lloyd. They are you gone wild. And then their opponents in the corner to my left, team number 2, the team of Wrencho and Tulpa.
Where'd it go? That means you're gonna break your arm off, Jimmy.
Got a casual Friday rules match here. I think that just, well, that's a fancy way, a nice way to say like a bunkhouse brawl, but without the brawl, you know? Casual Friday.
I'm glad you explained that. I'm still trying to figure out what I just saw before the match.
Well,
Referee, you saw it.
yeah, they took the ref's pants off.
I'm glad you got out of there in one piece, man.
I almost had my pants taken off. I don't need that. I got a stalemate here. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Billy's sitting out.
And
El
El
Wrencho.
Wrencho's on this. What's happening now?
It is a tag team
Does
now.
Billy know he's in this match? Is El Wrencho starting chants now? Eating pot.
All right, well, I guess we're going to get 5 more minutes.
Very casual. I mean,
He's sitting out here.
so casual it's no longer a tag match.
Eat some crisps.
Well,
Tulpa rolls through, up to his feet. Whoa, look at that.
Wrencho back to his corner.
Gonna do the escalera here, and a tag into the arm drag. Billy Danvers tagged in. Oh, El Wrencho.
Meeting Danvers right in the middle of the ring with a drop kick.
Billy Danvers blasts him with a forearm. Takes him down.
Oh.
Smacking him in the back of the head. Oh, opening up on Jimmy Lloyd on the outside. Oh, knees to the back.
And again, these are two very unorthodox teams.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely are. Oh, man. Very creative there.
You're not going to see a lot of traditional body slams, etc.
Tulpa looking around.
Tulpa's the last man standing. He's trying to plan his next move. Oh, Wrencho seems to be limping to the side. The ring there.
Had a bad landing off of that knee drop. I mean, when you're coming down off of somebody's back and then diving onto somebody else's, I mean, it's not a very even way to land.
Well, no, it's not the traditional. But here we go again.
Was able to head scissors him over.
Almost landed on his own head. Really clean.
Tulpa squashes him in the corner with a back elbow. Has Danvers up on the shoulders. And Tulpa looking for something here. Nope. O'Connor.
Tulpa, a little too quick for Danvers there, who was going for some sort of a hold.
Yeah, it looked like Tulpa did a couple of head fakes there and got Billy rather, thinking he was going to go in one direction and swooped. Is that the word? Swooped?
I think that's what the kids say these days. The power behind those punches.
Great right hand.
Oh. Punishing.
Got a handful of his chest hair.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
He marred him by his chest hair.
By the chest hair, slams him into the side of the ring.
The chest hair mare.
Danvers can't see a thing right now.
No. He's got that tank top pulled over his head. And you know, Jimmy Lloyd and Billy Danvers were scheduled for tag team competition on Friday. They were supposed to wrestle the rep, but unfortunately that match will not be able to take place. There are scheduling conflicts there. We are looking to make that match happen at a later time. Big clothesline. So we are looking for a replacement. Oh, look at.
Well, look at the back and forth between these strong clotheslines between El Wrencho and Billy Danvers.
Double clothesline, and both men are out.
Something about unstoppable forces and immovable objects.
Well, yeah, there were a couple of irresistible forces, but I'll tell you, those objects definitely were movable. Took a pair of huge clotheslines.
Now Tulpa chomping to get back into the ring.
And we have a tag on both sides. Here comes Tulpa. Out of the way goes Jimmy Lloyd.
Thrust kick to the midsection of Tulpa, now kicking him to the side.
Yeah, looking like
the heads there.
Toshiaki Kawada right there with those head kicks.
Open hand slaps to the face of Jimmy Lloyd, now kicks him to the shin.
Oh! Short head scissors. Takes him right into the mat there. Tulpa with a standing moonsault. Oh! Just spinning in midair.
I don't even know what we call that one. Some sort of a 360 splash.
Yeah, just picking up some rotational acceleration to add to the force of the splash as much as he possibly can. Here comes El Wrencho. He blocked the first kick, didn't block the second one. Spinning punch to the face. Pump kick. Tulpa making sure he's not going anywhere.
Oh, he's winding up for. Oh.
Oh, and he smacked Tulpa in the head, and the referee's saying that's a tag.
Lloyd got out of the way of that thing just at the last second. Tulpa, now the legal man, sent into the corner of Danvers and Lloyd. Lloyd now holding him down for Danvers. Oh! Thrusting his whole body into Tulpa. Was there a tag there?
No, just a big old butt bump off the middle.
Oh, we're seeing all the old classics today.
All sorts of unconventional moves. Now where's Billy going?
Which way is he facing?
Just sat on him from the top rope. And he got him.
Too much for Tulpa.
Ladies and gentlemen, time of match 7 minutes 49 seconds for the winners by pinfall, the team of Billy Danvers and Jimmy Lloyd.
Nice victory for Youth Gone Wild here.
Youth Gone Wild.
Oh, wait a second.
What's
What
this?
the hell?
Oh.
El Wrencho.
Did you
just pile drop?
What is it? Why?
El Wrencho with a pile driver to his friend Tulpa, drilled him with it, and had some. I mean, if you speak Spanish, you know those are rather unsavory words. What the heck? What has gotten into El Wrencho?
Tulpa's down. Did you see the impact of that pile driver?
He absolutely tried to drive him through the mat there.
What's on El Wrencho's mind? What?
I mean, I know they just, they haven't, been on the winning ways recently, but they have been a very successful tag team in the past. I don't understand.
Certain.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, 1 fall, 20-minute time limit. Introducing first in the corner to my right, fighting out of Satan's Torpus, with an official weight of 250 pounds. This is Big Stan! And his opponent to my left, fighting out of Hell's Kitchen, New York, with an official weight of 250 pounds. This is Ryan Galeone!
Big Scare and Ryan Galeone, two big, strong guys here.
Yeah, man. You want to talk about a hoss battle?
Man, just the intensity of that stare down before the match.
Yeah, it's been quite some time since we've seen Galeone come down here to the dojo. But every time he comes down here, I know we're in for a treat. This guy, he goes about, 6'5", 250 pounds, has all the strength in the world, but also a very graceful high flyer if given the opportunity to do so. I mean, this is a guy with so many different tools in his arsenal. I'd tell you what, he's got to be on your radar going into 2018. And beyond, man. I mean, Ryan Galeone, I'm just waiting for him to break out. He's going to be a huge star. But right now, he's got a heavy test ahead of him. with the big scare. Wait a second. Look at Galeone land on his feet.
Almost scary composure, scary grace and balance from Ryan Galeone. Now calling out big scare, big boot to the throat.
Yeah, Galeone saying he's not here to play. He's here to rock, rock his block off. And I'll tell you what, I mean, Big Scare, he's not a small guy.
Not at all.
But, I mean, next to Ryan Galeone, I mean, that only speaks to the size of Galeone.
Galeone dwarfing Big Scare by at least 3 inches. And now Big Scare gets him. But the effect now on Galeone is, you see the size difference between these two.
Solid forearm. Dan O'Hare gives it right back to him.
And these two are going to trade blows in the middle of the ring like a couple of big hustlers.
Big Scare got rocked that time from that European lifter.
How many times do you see Big Scare get knocked back so easily?
Starting to unload with these forearms. He hit a trifecta of them. Galeone responds with a boot to the face, and that's where that size advantage comes into play for Galeone. Able to get that foot up there. Wow, Galeone leaping into that one.
Well, you see these two just one-upping each other, corner to corner. Galeone now.
Drop kick.
Drop kicking.
I've told you about Ryan Galeone, man. He can get up there. He's got some ups. Big Scare to the outside, and he just got his face kicked off.
I don't think I've ever seen Big Scare kick to the outside so easily. Big Scare's got to collect himself. Galeone with that composure, with that grace, he's going to slowly stalk Big Scare on the outside.
And now Galeone coming from behind.
Thinking about it.
He's got a scary look in his eye. Oh, gosh.
Big Scare.
On the outside.
Turning it around.
Oh, he's got a
Galeone with it. The lower back of Big Scare right against that apron. Some would say it's the hardest part of the ring.
Dan O'Hare kicking out. I mean, I don't know how that chokes. I mean, he landed on a 45-degree angle. Spine first on the corner of the apron. Oh, God.
Galeone has a scary look in his face. It's like he's toying with Big Scare.
It's like that shot to the body didn't even phase Galeone. That one got him a bit.
But if he's looking for Big Scare to give up, that's not going to happen. Big Scare has got to fight for days. You see the intensity now in the eyes of Big Scare.
Galeone coming back to Big Scare here. Sends him into the ropes. Galeone right now, he's having his way with Big Scare.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Big Scare dominate in a fashion like this in a very long time.
Now, for Big Scare to mount an offense, he's going to have to slow Galeone down. This is Galeone. This is his wheelhouse. You see the methodical nature. You see how he's really dictating the pace of this match. Big Scare with a strong chop to the chest. Big Scare just picked the intensity up.
Oh, lung blower. Took the big man down.
And that might be just the end that Big Scare needs to mount his offense against Galeone.
Second rope on the
But look
inside. Oh, got caught midair with a clothesline.
Galeone had it scouted.
Ian, I'm not going to tell you again. You slapped that mat. I fucking slapped that damn mat now.
How does Big Scare get through this match?
Look, came across with that crossface. I was about to say how methodical he puts on that chin lock, and just as I was about to say that, he came by swooping with that crossface. He can change up the speed in which he does things so well.
Well, Galeone came out here with a plan. Since coming out to ringside, his pace has not changed at all. And it's just a wear down. He's now on the receiving end.
Oh, drop kick. Wow. How in the world does Galeone keep coming like this?
He's been conserving.
Oh, he felt that one. Galeone certainly felt that exploder suplex.
And this will give Scare an opportunity to check, to rest up. Get back into this thing, mount an offense.
See, it's a tough thing because he needs to recover, but at the same time, he can't let Galeone recover too much either. So he's got an interesting choice here to make. Do I press the advantage or it take time to recover? It's such a mental chess game that you play in there.
Galeone is clearly a dangerous man. Now these two in the center of the ring, duking it out. Dueling slaps.
To the neck.
Got it up. Get him.
Solid forearm.
Hit him back.
Big Scare now to the ground. That may be what Scare needs to do. He may need to get himself some time, take the 9 count, rest up, and get into the ring.
Yeah, you might need to take every bit of that count as you possibly can. I'm not so sure where that knee landed. It might have been a little bit low. I mean, or it could have just caught him right in the right spot, like right near the stomach, into the lungs, just drive all the wind out of you. I'll tell you, Big Scare roll to the outside in a hurry.
And Galeone right back with that pace, but Big Scare right behind him with the clothesline in the corner. Belly
There
to
you go,
belly.
Big Scare.
Moonsault. Do a moonsault. 450.
Big Scare now to the top rope.
Spiral attack. Spiral attack.
Drops the big elbow across the chest of Galeone. How close was that, Emil?
I mean, the referee just showed you. He gave us a sign there. It was within inches.
Big Scare, I'm sure, is to be thinking, what is it that he needs to do to get back into this match and put Galeone away? Galeone has not stepped away from his game plan at all.
Here comes Big Scare into the corner. Overhand forearm.
Get him. He's not going to your teeth out. Get him back.
Sends him into the corner. Squashes him with a clothesline. Huge forearm.
Let him know. Someone got it up now.
Big Scare now punishing the chest and back of Galeone. Another knife edge chop by Big Scare.
So the whip by Galeone, and again Galeone trying to kick his face off off his head.
Seems like everything Big Scare tries to do, Galeone is just one step ahead of him.
Wait, there's Galeone going. Unbelievable athleticism, Galeone. Wow, Big Scare taken out of that one.
A man that size goes from the turnbuckle to the center of the rope, thrusting his body into.
He did a flip, and he landed on top of him, right into the pinfall, and Big Scare was still able to kick out at 2.5.
Well, now you got to think that Galeone's wondering what he needs to do to put away Big Scare.
Sure.
What is he not throwing at Big Scare in this match?
Well, he does have that big power bomb in his arsenal.
Well, there's always that.
That's what he's got to do.
Look at the disrespect on Big Scare. That's a headbutt for you.
Bruh. Stay down, Dad. He don't care about you. Stay down. 1, 2.
Oh, he grabbed the rope.
Just in the nick of time.
Good ring awareness there by Big Scare.
Dan, stay down. Stay down.
That's the experience of Big Scare.
It's not looking good for you, bro.
He's not going to give up in this match. If Galeone's going to put him away, he's going to have to hit that powerbomb.
Oh, but Galeone now putting him up to the top turnbuckle. Another headbutt.
Right on the bridge of the nose.
And there goes Big Scare with a drop kick. Flooring Galeone. Oh! Big power slam out of Big Scare. 2. Oh, he got him with the power slam.
Hard fought victory by Big Scare.
Ladies and gentlemen, time of the match, 13 minutes, 6 seconds for the winner by pinfall, Big Scare.
Well, Ryan Galeone gave Big Scare all that he could. Big Scare coming out on top. Galeone. What's this?
No, you don't get to do that. You kicked his face a lot of times. You don't get to do that. Dan, you don't need it.
Show of respect from Ryan Galeone on the Big Scare.
How you guys doing? This is Anthony Bennett here. Just starting this match off, you know. I'm just going to be the first one to say we do not approve of this low-budget Shawn Michaels coming out, but we do like Dojo DEEJ. I don't know. Kid Osbourne did a lot of things last week that we didn't like, but I'm going to behave for now. I don't know how long I hold this mic, but I'm going to stay there. I can, you know, try to be there. No promises.
With the official win of a swim, trim, buck, cut, rip, chisel, and shaft. 275 pounds, he is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, Lloyd Dojo DEEJ.
I need to talk to MJ about me getting an announcement. announcement like that, an introduction like that, that was tremendous. How come I don't get an intro like that? I know, right? You see the enthusiasm that was in there. It was just so much enthusiasm. He says everyone else. Listen to this.
With an official weight of 157 pounds, he is the Baron of Brynmar, the King of Russia, the Villanova Casanova, and defending for the 5th time, the champion of Valor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kit Osbourne.
You get him, kid.
That's a lovely, medal. I hope Dojo DEEJ take this medal from Kid. Just because he's wearing ugly pants. Them pants is just horrible. I know he's hot. He's sweating his calves off. I know he's sweating in there. Oh, I got to go. Here come medal.
Big main event here for the last Wednesday here at the Blackwood Dojo. Kit Osbourne, when he won the Medal of Valor, when he became the champion, he submitted a list of names to me, people that he would like to defend the medal against, whether it's to challenge them or challenge himself. And right at the very top of that list was Dojo DEEJ. Think about it. I mean, Kit Osbourne has come so far in a very quick amount of time, and let me tell you, he wants to test himself against the man who has brought him into CZW, that trained him and everything like that, shared many car rides with up and down the road. But this is as much of a test for Kit Osbourne himself as it is for Dojo DEEJ to win that Medal of Valor.
Well, you got to think this is definitely the strongest competition that Kit Osbourne has faced since becoming the champion of Valor. Dojo DEEJ, decades of experience, totally decades of experience, and Dojo DEEJ definitely, obviously, is a mentor to Kit Osbourne. Really, just a lot of respect between these two. So they're going to give each other some distance. Give each other some distance in the beginning parts of this match and the feeling out parts. As Dojo DEEJ now goes to lock hands, Kit Osbourne behind Dojo DEEJ. He can't be trying to outpower Dojo DEEJ.
Reversal of the waist lock, and Kit Osbourne elbowing his way out of there just as soon as Dojo DEEJ lifted him up. Oh, with the brakes on. Oh, face first. What a move from Dojo DEEJ. Kit Osbourne was trying to get out of there.
Kit Osbourne might not know where he is. Did you see his face slam against the mat?
Oh, yeah, that was all forehead that hit that mat.
Yeah, Kit, he's got to think about this one. I mean, I know.
Rolling to the outside after a move like that would be a smart thing to do, but we've seen what Dojo DEEJ can do on the outside of the ring here. Not safe. Oh, wait a second. Dojo DEEJ rolling him right back in. Here comes Osbourne. Went for a baseball slide. Turn him around and punch him in the mouth.
Well, I know he submitted his list to you, but this might have been a mistake on the part of Kit Osbourne going up against Dojo DEEJ.
He's trying to kill him.
Dojo DEEJ is not taking it lightly.
Man, imagine
on Kit Osbourne.
Pounds running at you.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine 270 on my knee. On my chest. Oh! Kit Osbourne being punished in the corner by Dojo DEEJ.
Yeah, that pretty much speaks for itself. I mean, what can we add to that? I mean, that was devastating. Holy hell.
I think they heard that across the street.
I heard it at the new venue. They will be next week, let me tell you. Good Lord. Look at Kid Osbourne.
There he
He's
is.
starting to fire back on Dojo DEEJ.
And this is what he's going to have to do against a guy like Dojo DEEJ. He's going to have to keep it on because DEEJ is not going to take it easy on Kid Osbourne.
And Dojo DEEJ lighting him up.
You do not want to get into a chop fest with Dojo DEEJ.
Wow, he was able to get the foot up there and pulled him down with the neck breaker. Kick to the back. Diving clothesline. Deep cover here. And no. We're still in fall number 1.
He was able to get his foot to the second story. Dojo DEEJ.
I can't believe he was able to get up that high. I mean, you see the size disparity. What flexibility out of Kid Osbourne, especially in those hands aren't necessarily made to wrestle.
Oh. Well, you see how red Kit's chest is from those chops from DEEJ.
Big waist lock, back elbows from Kid Osbourne.
Nice standing drop kick. Dojo DEEJ. Oh! Did you see the impact, the force? Kid Osbourne might have whiplash.
Oh my God. How in the world? How in the world?
I am impressed by Kid Osbourne.
Calm down.
Kit's got to be out of it.
DEEJ brings him up, kick to the back of the knee. And the enziguri. Dojo DEEJ goes down the heap, and Kid Osbourne, he's going up top.
How is he finding the energy to do this? Did you see that kick?
Dojo DEEJ still alive here. Still in the first fall of his best 2 out of 3 contest. You know, it's hot in here. It's been a long evening.
Well, in this last match in this building, in terms of Wednesdays,
whoa,
Dojo Wars, Kid Osbourne has bit off a huge challenge in Dojo DEEJ.
Bicycle kick from Osbourne. And a DDT.
But look, DEEJ is right back onto his knee, right back on his feet. enziguri.
Neck breaker. That's got him some victories before. That's his primary hold. At 7 minutes, 10 seconds, fall number 1 goes to Kid Osbourne.
Impressive regroup by Kid Osbourne. Getting that first pinfall out of 3 on Dojo DEEJ. Dojo DEEJ now got to collect himself and get back to his feet. And look at Kid Osbourne. He's ready.
Dojo DEEJ shaking his head, saying he's ready. Oh, and a spear!
Devastating spear.
I think Dojo DEEJ was a
little bit of
opossum.
Little bit of possum there.
Wait a second, what in the world?
Oh,
he came down with a DDT off the shoulder.
Think about it. And that could be the second fall right there. How is Kid Osbourne still in this match? What has Dojo DEEJ not hit him with?
Well, that
Aside from the lariat,
that
well, you know.
lariat, I mean, that's going to be a.
Yeah, that'll take care of that.
That'll take care of it. Absolutely. But I mean, that's just how badly Kid Osbourne wants to hold on to that Medal of Valor. I mean, he doesn't. Holy hell! Those the chops that thud like that are so much worse than the ones that make that loud slap. I mean, neither one of them are good. That thud.
And don't forget, he's still got Mike Dell this Friday.
Oh yeah, Dojo DEEJ has Laszlo Arpad in the European rounds match. I mean, and they're not taking it easy here tonight.
No. Oh, this could be it. This could be it. Osbourne in a tree of woe.
Trying to get himself out of that situation. He's hooked in there deep. And a cannonball.
That has to be one of the 5 scariest sights.
Uh-oh. Lariat! Turned his lights out with it. And fall number 2 goes to Dojo DEEJ. 9 minutes, 25 seconds. Fall number 2 goes to Dojo DEEJ. We are tied 1 fall apiece.
Dojo DEEJ with that devastating lariat.
Normally, once you get hit with the lariat, you're done for the night. But in this situation, you have fall number 3 coming
What's
up. Wait
this?
a second.
What is this?
What's Mike Dell doing out here?
Mike Dell's being a best friend to kid.
Of course, Dell has the opportunity.
Oh!
And he hits Osbourne with the chair.
And Dojo DEEJ.
Oh, and he kicks Dojo DEEJ low.
And now it's chair to the back of Dojo DEEJ. Did you hear the devastation?
Mike Dell ruining this matchup here.
Okay, Dell. Okay.
You got to think that Dell is trying to protect that Medal of Valor.
Hits him with the series finale. Like, what? Grabbing the medal. Ring the bell.
Mike Dell sending a message to the dojo, sending a message to Kid Osbourne.
He's holding up that medal right here. I mean, this could be a preview of what we see Friday. But he just made himself another enemy in Dojo DEEJ as well.
Well, you got to think that Mike Dell sensed that Dojo DEEJ was on his way to possibly capturing that Medal of Valor, and Mike Dell wants that for himself. He's trying to save that for this Friday at Super Show.
Friday night, Big Daddy-O is taking on the left.
How despicable. Ladies and gentlemen, after 11 minutes, 10 seconds, the official Trooper Rockhold has put an end to this contest, and he has declared it to be a no contest due to the outside interference.
5 more minutes.
And the respect, Dojo DEEJ, Kid Osbourne. Placing the Medal of Valor on the chest of Kid Osbourne. Sign of respect between these two. That's
Never
Kid Osbourne just asked me to go 5 more minutes. I'll go 5 more minutes with you next week, but only if you do one thing. You retain that Medal of Valor, and you kick that sorry son of a bitch's ass. I think all these people want to see you beat the crap out of him because they're tired of his ass. So I'll tell you what. This Friday is the final Dojo Wars show in this building. Super show. You're in the main event. You went in for me and all these people, and the first show in the new building, it'll be me and you. No disqualification, falls count anywhere, CZW stop. See you later.
One thing I have to say is I better see each and every one of you here on Friday. Otherwise, there will be one seat empty while I kick the A out of Fight Bell. The S, sorry, the S. Thank you all for coming to the very last Wednesday here in this building. Because of each and every one of you is why I fell in love with wrestling all over again because of Dojo Wars, because of what Drew Gulak did when he came up with it, and because of what Emil's doing right now. It's the reason why I grew there and begged DEEJ how to put me in COD this past year, and it's the reason why I am back in the combat zone. So thank all of you.
As Kid Osbourne just said, I mean, this Friday, that does it for professional wrestling in this building, Super Show 4. It's going to be the last time we do this thing in here. Let me tell you, I loaded up the card. We have Big Scare versus Uncle Mitch. We have Manic versus Jamie Senegal. We have Anthony Bennett versus Frankie Pickard. We have a four-way match. We have a tag team contest, including youth going wild. They were going to wrestle the rep. Unfortunately, they cannot make it. We are looking for a suitable replacement tag team to face them. We also have Laszlo, Arpad, and Dojo DEEJ in the European rounds match. Match number 6 in their best of 7 series. Tahir James and Josh Adams in a respect match, and of course, the big main event. Mike Dell challenging Kid Osbourne 2 out